Hello folks, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. I'm 𝘬𝘸𝘀𝘻𝑡𝑦𝑠. Making a couple changes around the base. One of them here is I'm going to insulate these pipes for a time. So I've decided we should put thimble reed in over here and build up our reed stocks. Do we even have it in here? Probably not. Reed, I was looking at it earlier. We have 9 whole units of reed fiber, which is better than our 1 previous unit. We were doing it manually, and that was actually working because it's warmer over here-ish. Where was I growing it? Right here. It's just 25 degrees, which is the minimum temperature you need to grow the things. So by reducing the cooling in the area, I think we'll get up to that point. Plus, we were a little low. We're getting low on oxygen in the base because we weren't pumping enough to it. So I've added 3 pumps here in... why aren't you going though? Oh, and yeah, we're just maxing out these lines as best we can. This one's not running right now, obviously, so it's not going to be maxed out. You can see it's still getting some from previous. So we are now pressurized properly in the base, which is super grand. I also put on some vents at the ends of the filling stations for the Atmo suits. In order to keep things pressurized out here too, although in here it's a little low. But that's fine. That's it's meant to everything's meant to kind of fall out the bottom if possible. What else did I do? Well, this got screwed up because oxalate, and I think it's just oxalate, could pressurize this space better than the chlorine, the bleach stone could. So I've put the oxalate in these areas here. And the polluted mud and rotted dirt and stuff, I guess. I can turn it off from here, but I'm a little... Well, let's try it. Let's see if we end up with polluted... who's a what's it's in there? Polluted oxygen. No, it doesn't look like diesel off gas. Yeah, not emitting overpressure. Good. That's the way. I like it. So hopefully that'll be enough storage for all the polluted dirt and slime and stuff. We do have a lot of slime, 223 tons. But those 2 bins should take care of it. They'll hold 200 tons apiece, I want to say. Yeah, 200,000 kilograms. Otherwise, things are just, you know, just cruising along as they do, just normal. Nothing super new and exciting. Continuing to dig. You can see we're making our way down here. And yeah, just trying to catch up with where I want to be with the digging. I think it is time though to see about maybe solving this little steam problem. And the way I would like to do that is with an automation of mechanized airlocks. If we take 5 of those guys, and how am I going to do that? I think in a very similar fashion to our critter drowner over here, which also I want to have a look at in a little bit as well. Because there's another way we can do it if we're collecting eggs anyways, which we are. We can make things happen. Oh yeah, and I don't know how this happened. There is liquid nuclear waste in amongst some water here at the bottom of our base, and that just kind of blows my mind. What do we have that is going to create liquid nuclear waste? Is it shine bugs or something? I don't know how that ended up down there. Maybe one of these stations. And yeah, I've built a geotuner because I want to, outside of laboratory. Really? You got 2 of those things in there. 2 science buildings and a light source. Yes, okay, we'll put a light source in. But yeah, I want to geotune, I guess, only one of these. Which one? Obviously the closer one. NA31-4. That's what I have selected. So let's get some lights in there. And then we're producing more water. The thing that concerns me about this is we've never really been cooling this down fast enough. we kind of get it down before it goes off again. This is, next activity is in 55.9 cycles. I think we'll cool it down to the requisite, like, 25 degrees. Well, I have it set for 29. I think I'm okay with that, actually. 29 should be fine. I think we'll get there, but it certainly is taking its time. So, cooling is something I want to revisit. This thing's still chugging along just fine, but if we ever expect to cool down this aluminum and use it, let alone the iron and the gold, which is way down here somewhere, then we're gonna have to have dedicated cooling solutions. That's what's gonna have to happen there. Let's speed it up to speed 2 and try and get this thing in here. Now, I do need to have a look at this automation. Where is it? Over here. So I need a, for one, I need to find out where the automations are. There they are. This is being set off by a critter sensor. I think I'm just going to use, oh gosh, we could use, what's it called? The reset, the memory toggle. These things always confuse the heck out of me, but I think I can figure it out. It contains an internal memory and will output whatever signal is stored in that memory. And then you trigger the reset button, right? So I think we can make that happen even with an unpowered setup of doors. Because the idea is to be able to get this to cycle open, let gases in from in here, and then start closing at this end. Close, 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 reset. And this is meant to basically chomp down on gases over time and delete them. So, I really don't know how I'm going to do that. Well, best thing I can do, I guess, is copy what I do know works, and that's what I mean. We go in here, we copper the, what are these, buffer gates? A different buffer gate for each one. I suppose we could make better use of this space. There we go. Put buff gates there. Buffer. Although we probably don't need one on the first one, do we? And that's not really gonna work the way I have it set up. I think I gotta go like up down kind of thing. Okay, you guys keep building. That's fine. I'll figure this out. This is what it's like not copying someone's design, right? So we're gonna go up there to that, over to that, over to that, over to that. Could do it a little prettily, a little more prettily though. Yeah, so from here, I want it to pass through a buffer and go to this gate. And then pass through this buffer and go to this. Like so. And then it'll come around and reset the, reset the memory toggle. And let's find the memory toggle. Not 100% sure how this goes. Well, that's upside down for one. Probably just makes sense to keep it right side up, so I can make it work, even if it's strung out a little bit. Memory toggle. This is a green signal if the internal memory is set to green. It puts a red signal if internal memory is set to red. And I just need to figure out what is input, what is output. That is output. to there. We want to come around to there, and we want to set a green signal with just a switch. Signal switch. We should probably start using aluminum. We have 18,000 of it now from the first harvest. The only harvest we've ever had of aluminum, which is still sitting down here. And it's down to 46 degrees, so, I mean, we got it over time. It just took a long-ass time to cool it down. Oh, yeah, hey, look at that. That's great. I totally didn't even think about that. Why don't we delete the buildings from underneath you? We'll set it up from underneath first. And then we'll build those. There you go, Jace. Good job. I guess I need to delete these ones too. Build the door contraption first, and then frame it in. It seems to make more sense, right? Now, buffers. I think the default of 5 seconds might actually work. I'm not sure how long these take to close, though. Okay. We getting this done? Yeah, we're getting it done. Is that gonna work the way I'm thinking? I might have to actually add a buffer to the red to let them close. Okay, we can watch it in action here. That closed. That's closed. You can see the seconds ticking off. I've got it going backwards. What's wrong with me? Dudes, seriously. Okay, it's working, but it needs tuning and reversing. That is for sure. There's no easy reverse button on these buffers. All right, let me rebuild, and I'll come back to you. While I'm at it here, waiting for them to do things. Also, I wanted to point out, yeah, give a shout out here to Nightmare Eyes. Thank you, Nightmare Eyes. My gosh, I can't even word. Thank you very much for becoming a patron. I really do appreciate the support. And we're gonna get you just maxed out on your critter ranching there. That's kind of your lot in life right now. And everyone's kind of building up their skill set here. Ah, Ada is now a rancher. That's really great too. I have figured out what to do about our egg hatching situation. You can see there's 75 stone hatchling eggs. And that's, you know, I mean, the reason why we have so many of these guys always laying around and probably causing a stupid amount of lag. We are creating a lot of meat, which is great. But there's a better way to manage their numbers. And I'm just trying to figure out how to do it. I may even cram it into this little space here, because it's not a contraption that's going to take a lot of space. Let's go ahead and yeah, we'll block it off here, because really all we need is a little dry spot and a snicker wet spot. Yeah, that's really it. Okay, game, get on with it. The lag is real. So I'm gonna clear out. You guys can stay there, those things. That one has to go to make room for the ladder. Okay. And yeah, so I'm taking out the buffers because I've got to flip them around, and we got to close it from this end and then reset the whole contraption after that. Yeah. I've taken use, I guess I'm calling them contraptions now, like Nathan from Nathan's Sandbox. That's fine. Very good Oni YouTuber if you guys are interested in more of that content. Not to mention, you should definitely go and follow 𝘬𝘭𝘥 in the comments. You'll see his name, I'm sure. He's doing some Oni and RimWorld, and I definitely recommend. Good friend of the channel. Alright, let's get that up there. We're just gonna... What do I need? What do I need? I need space for dupes to be able to get in there, but not necessarily. We need meat to be able to be swept. Something like that. The only problem is this line running through it. Actually, no, that's not a problem. That will be fine. And we'll take out those two right there. We'll just... maybe we'll wait until they have it closed off so we don't end up with suit issues. We do have suit issues, though, in that I never realized every time we repair one of these Atmos suits, it does require, let me go, Atmos suit, repair Atmos suit. It does require a reed fiber, so we definitely have to get that on the go faster, which is why I planted one in here. Every 2 cycles, it should be looked after, I think. Can I, life cycle, 2 cycles, so every 2 cycles. We will get another reed fiber from one of them. I think it's worth the manual labor. Although the level of water is a little concerning. I think we're gonna start moving this right now. We'll get some out of it in there and let the temperatures average out, because it's 18 degrees, 14 degrees there, 15 degrees. On the left, it's like 21. So we'll warm it up to 25, 28. Something like that, or I'll just forget about it and we'll warm it up to 30, whatever it was, 32. All right, gonna fix this now. As I suspected, Jace has managed to strand himself. Let's get you to, well, you can dig yourself out first, and then we'll get you to drop the suit. Ruby deciding to lend a hand, even though you really shouldn't be building stuff, because you're too slow at it, but you gotta get experience somehow, I guess. Okay, Jace. Get on moving out of there and drop the suit. Thank you very much. The way this is gonna work is we're gonna put a tile of water right down here. So we'll get working on that. We're gonna have the automation, or not the automation, the shipping conveyor chute come out here into the water, and there's gonna be a pneumatic door over top that is controlled by automation. And oh god, it's quite a circuit actually. It's gonna take into account, well, we're gonna do this for ranches, or for hatch ranches only, because it's only really gonna work for one type of critter, I think. But we'll put all the eggs down there, I guess. Will we? I guess we'll have to. Unless we sort. I think we're gonna have to have a sorter. Did we have such a thing? Conveyor sorter? Maybe under automation? Or is this more advanced than all that? Let me have a look at research here. There's something... Signal distributor? No? Okay. Signal, memory toggle, XOR gates. I don't, I thought there was a sorter type of thing. One moment, please. So I'm guessing it doesn't exist. I guess it was like a whitelisted thing I was thinking of, where it would pass through, and if it was on the whitelist, it would get turned off. Am I making this up? I'm probably making it up. So what we'll do is we will either turn off automation for grubs, or more likely, I think, grubs and glossy dreckos, once I add them to the network, their eggs will just drop in here, and the hatch ranches will have their own network to drop off their eggs. So we'll just split the networks and make that work. But they're going to be dropped off here. The hatch eggs is the important part. And yeah, it'll be a very simple automation. Very simple in quotes. It's going to have a lot of conveyor critter sensors. This is maybe not the most elegant way, but it's something I looked up and it made sense to me. You'll have a critter sensor in each one of these hatch ranches, or maybe more than one. What's the range on a? What's the range on a critter sensor? I can't see it. Let's put one in unconnected and we'll find out. Or is it just in the room? Ah, in a room. Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with that. In the room. So if any of these trigger as less than 8, which is what I believe I have them set at, then the door will open and allow babies to hop out instead of drowning. That is simple as that, and then they will be wrangled away. I guess we need another 3 tall space in there. And that's all that's going to do, is just save babies from drowning if we need them. That's it. All right, how are we looking here? It's not connected there. That's a problem. Okay, we can fix that. So the idea being, green signal on a delay comes through here, opens this door. Delay, open, delay, open, delay, open, delay, open. So all the doors open. Then another delay and resets, which I'm hoping pulses it off. This is the part that I get confused on with these guys. Will it then send a red pulse to close them all? I hope so. That's the hope, anyways. It's either that, or I could have just done this. Oh, I could have just done this on a cycle sensor, where once a cycle, it crushes. Anyways, I'm committed. And someone should be along to do that soon-ish. All right, let's get liquids. You know, we could do salt water. We got it laying around in the environment. We'll just get this ready to go. And we need the critter drop off in order to tell them to auto wrangle the critters out of there. So it'll cut down on the amount of trips they have to make over here to drown the critters, which should help us just keep the room clear. Okay. Do we want another dupe? We're at 19 dupes. I actually am gonna pump the brakes, but I don't want nutrient bars, so I am gonna refresh. We'll take the curative tablets. Because I just want to make sure, if we're gonna bring on one last dupe for 20 dupes, I want to make sure we bring on the right dupe for whatever job we might need. I'm effectively reserving the slot for now. Now, we set this on auto wrangle surplus max 0 critters, and that should do. We'll fill up that slot. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. I kind of wish I had made it one farther down. So why don't we? And then I'll just fill in some blocks here. Nice, not sandstone. We'll put granite there and there. Make it work. Okay. There's that buffer. Close. 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 Okay, and stuff has been crushed, so it opens up again. And it just does this on repeat. Forever. The only problem is getting in there to... getting in there to get it done. I'll worry about that in a minute. Maybe I'll just turn this buffer to like 200 seconds. And that way they stay open for a long time and someone can get in there, theoretically. We'll see after this cycle. Watch your face. Don't get your face chewed off. Go from underneath, dupes. Come on. Use your brains. Use your brain. Okay, yeah, so that's keeping it open for a while. Let's just let it do its cycle again. That's still closed off, so they can't get in there. Let's get a priority 9 on that, and we're gonna have to priority 9 building these things as well. Okay, dupes. Come down. Get to work. Deconstruct. Any day now. Anybody? Amari? Is it really up to you? Yes, it is. And Jace. Yeah, you can see the difference in speed there. I'm gonna trust that Amari can get out of there. Okay, because we're leaking very, very hot steam. No, dude. This is not how this works. Trust me, you don't want to be in there. No. Dupes, why? Why? Build from this side. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, in theory, this should be able to slowly, very slowly, create a vacuum. We'll just put that back to 5 seconds. So, oxygen in here is getting compressed. It's up to 1800s for 5 kilograms and then crushed. And then that opens up a vacuum. You can see vacuum there just for a second. And this stuff should flow in. Yeah, we may want a longer delay once it opens, 10 seconds, to allow more gas to get in there. Otherwise, we're just taking tiny, tiny, tiny little bites. Little bits. Yeah, there we go. Let some more in. Yeah, so it let enough steam in there for whatever this water to get affected. Yeah. The delay. How is the water coming out? 62 degrees, because this thing is dormant, so I have been re-hooking up pipes to suck that heat out of there again. Hopefully we don't just create more steam. Yeah, 70 some odd degrees, that's better. 80. Perfect. Perfect. While these are dormant anyways, as soon as they become dormant, it's a whole other issue. I really could automate this whole thing so that if the water heats up too much, it bypasses and then goes on its merry way, but that's too complicated for... I mean, I can just use the pliers, right? Pliers OP for sure, but I'm down with it. Alright, that's just gonna carry on its merry way. How much liquid do we have here? 98 kilograms. I'd like there to be more, please. There's salt water kicking around. Speaking of which, I want to try and get a mop on all this stuff. We're going to demolish all vestiges of this old thing. We never submitted a bioscan. We're going to have to do that. The clock. You know what? I'm gonna leave the clock. It's like, you know, street art. Yuri was here. I don't know why Yuri, but just Yuri seems like the kind of guy, right? Submit bioscan so that we can destroy the door. Thanks, Jace. Thank you very much. Deconstruct. That's all we needed. Okay, so all that got mopped. Demolish that. Deconstruct. And... hello? There we go. Deconstruct that. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm definitely gonna... I'm a little wary about digging out the uranium. And I should probably do something about the rest of this ice and whatnot. And junk. Ice and junk. Brought to you by Oxygen Not Included. Okay, across there. It's fine. Yeah, let's build and let's do the dig. There we go. Let it all hit the bottom. Maybe even turn it back into ice somehow by letting some cold out the bottom here. It's really quite cold. What's happening here? Are we over pressure with hydrogen? It's not running because we don't need the coolness, I guess. What are we looking at here? Oh yeah, this guy... current ambient temperature, so if it warms up above 25 degrees, then it turns on. This is the only problem, is this system is... this cooling system is reliant on that cooling system actually running. And it's not, so... that's an issue. These guys warmed up yet? No, it's only 20 degrees there. The ceiling lights are producing a little bit of heat. And we stopped cooling directly in that area. In fact, we started warming down here with that water coming up. So all in due time, and then we'll get a fair amount of thimble read. We did earn an achievement somewhere in there, and hey, look, it's cycle 500. Perform 100 tune-ups on power generators. Great. Yeah, we've got quite a few. Some of them didn't always get shown during an episode, but we're not here for those silly achievements. What is this? I've added a new entry to my log. Moved rats. Moved rats. Broussard. Director, do you know where my rats have been moved to? I asked around the bioengineering division, but I was referred back to you, Director. Oh yes, they've been removed. Removed? Discarded. Sorry, did you still need them? The report showed your experiments with them were completed. No, I'd collect the data I needed, I just... Doctor, you weren't making pets out of test subjects, were you? Don't be ridiculous. Good, they were horrible to look at anyways, all those bumps. In the future, please don't mess with my things, it disturbs me. I will notify you beforehand next time, Doctor. They killed his rats. Is it because we scanned the 5th thing? I had put a, what is under there? I had put a grub egg there and took the tilet from underneath it so that it would fall directly onto the reader. And it looks like, yes, looks like a medicine wheel. Isn't that the colors of a medicine wheel? I could be wrong. Anyways, this thing, no, it's only collected 4 out of 5. Is that black? Not. Where's the grub egg? Is it still here? Oh, it's still there. Viability 96%, incubation 37%. Oh, wait. Oh, hey. Did they just wander around into it? Oh, it's because we've already done the cuddle pip. He's just triggering it over and over again. Good for you. Good for you, little guy. Keep it working. Give it purpose in life. We could all wish for as much. I am going to start demolishing some of this stuff. Yeah, they're still going to dig out that. I mean, obviously it takes them a while to get all over there. We should mop that up. Should mop that up. Yeah, stuff is just melting out here. Let's grab some aluminum tiles and put them under there. What do you mean you can't get in there? Unreachable builds. You can hop across there, go down. No, they can't go down that. They need a little more support to move across. Now they can do it. No? Up through there, down through there, over there, into that. Yes, they can. They can. And they are. We'll just radiate some cold out here and freeze the water on the bottom. Hello, Hatch. What is a tame Hatch doing down there? You must have... It must have been because of the egg you hatched from. You came out tame. Fair enough. Nice, we made just a channel through there. Maybe it'll get taken off to a ranch somewhere to grow old, like these little guys. Yeah, that's what's happening to those little guys. All right, here we are with this. Yeah, good. Letting the salt water in. I like it. I like it. Is that enough water to drown them? Is the question. I think we're going to need the whole tile. So that's going to take time. Time we don't have. I think we're going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Thank you, Nightmare Eyes, for your support. And indeed all the patrons and members. And all of you watching. Appreciate all of you. You're great. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.